Once again, Magic Johnson is running the show in LA. When Magic Johnson was hired, maybe a couple weeks ago now, as an advisor to the owner, Jenny Buss, Magic had been making it clear that he wanted a more formidable role within the Lakers organization. And he got his wish today. Effectively, there's been a changing of the guard as far as the front office with the Los Angeles Lakers, as Jim Buss, who is a co-owner also of the team, was fired as president of basketball operations and replaced with Magic Johnson, and longtime general manager Mitch Kupchak was also fired, with his replacement yet to be named. Officially, this is what Jenny Buss, the controlling co-owner, had to say. Jenny Buss said, quote, "Today, I took a series of actions I believe will return the Lakers to the heights Dr. Jerry Buss demanded and our fans rightly expect. Effective immediately, Irvin Johnson will be in charge of all basketball operations and will report directly to me. Our search for a new general manager to work with Irvin and Coach Luke Walton is well underway, and we hope to announce a new general manager in short order. Together, Irvin, Luke, and our new general manager will establish the foundation for the next generation of Los Angeles Lakers greatness." On her brother, who has been removed of his position, Jim loves the Lakers. Although he will no longer be responsible for basketball personnel decisions, he is an owner of this team, and we share the same goal, returning the Lakers to the level of greatness our father demanded. Our fans deserve no less. Jim Buss had promised a couple of years ago that if he were not able to return the Lakers to prominence, or at least a playoff run, he would step down. And I guess the sands in that hourglass have emptied, and his time was up. Also, I want to say, if I haven't said this already, shout out to 93 Sports News for being the first one to that I saw to talk about this topic in the video. Subscribe to 93 Sports News, please. He has a great channel. I guess my thoughts would be, when we talk about the general manager position, I know the Lakers like to keep their personnel within the family. Of course, you know, Mitch Kupchak was a longtime player with the Lakers back in the 70s and 80s. I don't know who would be in that position. The first person that comes to mind may be a Phil Jackson, but the problem is Phil Jackson's with the New York Knicks. I thought I remember reading that after this season, there's a clause in his contract where he can opt out, or the Knicks could part ways with him. But if I'm not mistaken, Jenny Buss, who was Phil Jackson's girlfriend, their relationship parted rather messily. They did not end their relationship on a good note. I believe it was rather acrimonious split between the two. And I don't know whether or not he'd be welcome back with the Los Angeles Lakers, though I have heard that he really would want that position with the Lakers. Another person that comes to mind would be Kobe Bryant, but I don't know whether Kobe Bryant would want to take on that type of role at this particular time, because I think Kobe Bryant is busy with his own business ventures at the particular time. But also, I want to say this too. This story hasn't been out there that long, maybe a couple hours. But already I've seen articles of people dismissing Magic Johnson, saying that he's not qualified for this position. That he only got his position due to tweets, and that he hasn't shown any capacity in the past to show that he's qualified for this position. Well, let me tell you this. Jim Buss, most people will agree, has not been successful in his capacity as president of basketball operations. But I bet you that if I were to take a picture of him and put it next to 9 other people and I ask people which one is Jim Buss, without the help of Google, most people would not be able to identify him. Now, while most people would agree that he didn't do enough to keep his job, there was not a clamoring from a lot of people that he should be fired. But I do believe if Jim Buss was African American or Mexican or any other minority, it would have been more of a clamor for him to be fired. That's just how it is in this country. Now, focusing a little bit more on Magic, I don't understand why people are doubting this man already. This is the man who brought the franchise 5 NBA championships during the 1980s, making them the preeminent team in the 1980s, even more so than the Boston Celtics or the Philadelphia 76ers or the Detroit Pistons of the 80s. He went to the finals 9 times as an NBA player. He is, without a doubt, while there might be debate when it comes to the center position, whether it's Wilt or Kareem, there might be debate within the power forward position, whether it's Tim Duncan, Bob Pettit, Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, even a small forward, Bird or LeBron, shooting guard, Kobe or Mike, but nobody really debates who the greatest, and Jerry West, of course, but nobody debates who the greatest point guard of all time was. It's Irvin Magic Johnson. His achievements, his accolades are mind-boggling, to say the least. As a businessman, he's been exceptional, coming from middle ground background. He's a businessman with so many different successful business commodities and business ventures, business enterprises, and he's worth well over $500 million. And of course, it was almost 26 years ago where he defeated his greatest opponent and had his biggest battle, HIV. Most of us thought that Magic Johnson would live to see the new millennium. And here he is, nearly 26 years after he made that announcement, and he's probably healthier than he ever was, at least at the time he made this announcement. He had to learn what he had to do, what exercise regimen would help him, what medications would help him, what he had to stay away from, what he had to take, what he had not to take, what would get him to beat this thing. And apparently he has. So I can't doubt this man. And I think anybody who does doubt Magic Johnson needs to be ashamed of themselves. Let this man at least get the same benefit of doubt that Jim Buss or Phil Jackson or anybody else did. Because hell, Phil Jackson has proven to be mediocre, if not a failure, with the Knicks, and most people want to blame Carmelo Anthony for why the Knicks have been a failure. And of course, Phil Jackson's trying to posture Anthony to take the fall. But I think Magic Johnson at least deserves to be, at least give him a year before you make your articles about how he's going to be a failure and he's the wrong choice. But I believe in Magic Johnson. I think he's going to be one of the best in his capacity because he just has a drive to succeed.